begin by asking you now on Caprica, coming off of, such a great series, Buffy, Smallville, Torchwood. Talk about coming into a new series and what it's been like working on Caprica.
It's been fabulous because Caprica is a very ambitious series. As far as theme, it really it exists up there with some of my favorite science fiction movies, which are very serious, like AI, the Spielberg movie, or Blade Runner. They don't have a lot of laughs in them, but they really stick with you. They give you a lot to think about, and I think that my favorite science fiction kind of holds a mirror up to modern life, and it makes it safe to contemplate some very scary things about modern life because it's not really us, it's just science fiction. And so in that way we can become kind of like a jester in the in the old court, like when you had a king. The only person that could call the king an idiot was the jester, because it was only a joke. So I think that a lot of times science fiction can speak right to the heart of things because we have that deniability. Yeah, so I think that Caprica is taking that license and really running with it and really showing us things that are very uncomfortable to talk about, like the fact that our civilization is crumbling. That is a very uncomfortable thing. But I look around and I start to recognize Rome in the things that I see around this world right here. And then you take a couple years down the road when we might have these virtual reality clubs and people might really be carving each other up for fun, and you start to realize that is not any different than the Colosseum, and here we are in Rome. And so we can talk about this.
And those are themes that Ron really played with on the last series, on the last Battlestar Galactica. Was that something that sort of attracted you to this, the opportunity to kind of work with that?
Very much. Ron seems to be very cognizant of the fact that he has that license and that he really is going to talk about serious issues about what it means to be human, about what it means to be decadent, to be. How can you tell that you get a frog in a boiling pan of water, and as long as you heat it up slowly, he won't jump out? I feel like that's where humanity is right now. We're in that pan of water and it's heating up. And how can you show that frog a mirror and tell him, hey man, jump? And that's what Ron's doing right now.
Were you a fan of the original Battlestar back in the 70s?
No. I thought it was cheesy. Didn't think it was cool. I was a Star Trek fan, and I needed a lot more meat on the bones than they were giving me. That's why I love the reboot. Is it just put all the meat back on the bones. Yeah.